Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Season 2 of World Wrestling Affliction. I am TK, and we are here in the new Theatre of Affliction with our generous General Manager, Davis Morris, walking to the ring in... What's that in his champion... what's that in his hand? It looks like a championship. But we've never seen that championship before. I can vaguely read what it says. It says Warrior Path Champion? What the... I'm confused, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sure Davis Morris has a very, very good answer for this. So let's hear what he has to say. Wait, the Light Heavyweight Championship and Intercontinental Championship have been unified? A new title. A Warrior's Path. Wow, ladies and gentlemen, what an interesting... Whoa, that is big news. Oh my god. Well, ladies and gentlemen, wow, I'm at a loss for words. What an announcement from our general manager just there. So, firstly, the Light Heavyweight Championship has been unified with the Intercontinental Championship to be now the Global Championship. And I have been informed, getting some information here to my desk right now, the Global Championship goes for both the men's and women's division. So, Rose Hamilton is our new women's global champion, and Jet Kobayashi, obviously after winning both titles at Wrestle Empire a couple weeks ago, has now become the new men's global championship, and apparently they will carry the lineage of the Intercontinental Championship. But what I really want to focus on right now is this Warrior Path Championship. 16 superstars, 4 brackets. That means 4 superstars per bracket if you can do math. Round robin style. If you win a match, you get 2 points. If you tie a match, so I'm assuming that's disqualification or count out, then it's 1 point. If you lose a match, it's 0 points. And here we have the Senshi representing Bushido. But we haven't heard this music before. Who is coming to the ring? Who is this? Well, our general manager, Davis Morris, did say that new and old faces would be in this tournament. This man, Percy Iron, making his debut in World Wrestling Affliction. I am... Well, yeah, I've had so much information thrown to me, and we're only 4 minutes into the episode, and 4 minutes into the season. So, we've had title unification. We have a new championship. We have a tournament over the next 2 months. And we have new superstars. And then not to mention, Davis Morris cracking down on faction warfare by claiming that no faction or stable can have more than 4 members. And if there's even mention of adding a 5th member to the faction, then all members of the faction are fired. Well, I have to hand it to our general manager. You know, Parabellum dominated Season 1. They very much, you know, took control of the whole season. And by the end of it, I believe they had like 7 or 8 members by the end of Parabellum before Trav started kicking everyone out. So it's a smart play from our general manager to put a limit on the amount of people allowed in a stable so that one stable can't just monopolize the entire company like Parabellum did. But ladies and gentlemen, while we watch this interesting match between the new Percy Iron and the Senshi of Bushido, who we haven't seen much of in Season 1, he's entering this tournament looking to make a name for himself here in Season 2. And in his wake is the debuting Percy Iron. But while we watch this amazing match unfold, we have to take in the beauty that is the theater of Affliction. We have a new logo. We have a new arena. We have a new look. We have new faces. Season 2 is kicking off with a blast. And this man right here, Percy Iron, dominating the early goings in this match. I mean, just because he's a rookie doesn't mean we should write him off. I mean, I'm getting word that a lot of the new faces that are hired aren't rookies. They've been wrestling for many years on the indies and have finally been picked up by World Wrestling Affliction. But this man right here, the Senshi, we can't write him off either. He is a former TKWF Cruiserweight Champion. Goes to the cover now. Only a 1 count. Definitely not enough. He has had a fabled rivalry with, I don't want to call him the leader of the faction, but with one of the top dogs in Bushido, in the Falcon, back when he was Akira Falcon. And we didn't see much of the Senshi in Season 1. He was basically just like a cannon fodder for Bushido. I think he only had like 2 matches before returning at the Road to Destiny Rumble. Oh, nice counter there from Percy Iron. And I mean, that was definitely a performance from the Senshi. I think he made it to like the top 5 in that Road to Destiny Rumble, if memory serves. I may be wrong there. I am too lazy to fact check. But, you know, we hadn't seen much of him at the start of the season. He came back to the Road to Destiny. Oh, that was so close to a 3 count just there. And, you know, he hasn't made much of an impact here in World Wrestling Affliction. But that's what this new championship is all about. The Warrior Path. So if you win this championship, you can cash the title in at any time for a title shot at the world title. Now, I am being informed it is not like the Money in the Bank. You can't walk in to a match that's already finished, hand the title in and say, I'm cashing in. You have to actually say, I want to cash this title in. A title match is set up at the next PLE. And if you win the World Championship. If you lose, you not only don't win the World Championship, but you also lose your Warrior Path Championship. It is vacated. At that PLE, we crown a new Warrior Path Champion. And, you know, the cycle continues. The choice is very much up to the holder of the championship. Do you want to hold that title for as long as you can and cash it in for your opportunity? Or do you want to cash it in immediately and set that match up straight away? Now, I should mention, while they hold the title, they do still have to defend it like a championship. It's not like, hey, I've won the Warrior Path Championship. I have a road to the world title whenever I want. It's, I have to defend this title shot, but I can cash it in whenever I'm ready. A nice frog splash from Percy Iron. Goes to the cover. 3 count. Percy Iron wins it. 2 points to him. Congratulations to the very new Percy Iron on his debut here in World Wrestling Affliction, getting a nice victory over the Senshi. This was Percy Iron's match from bell ring to bell ring. I mean, the Senshi got a couple of good hits in, but Percy Iron just dominated and crowned himself 2 points in the division. He's still got 2 matches left in the card or in his pool. I don't have. I have word that I don't have any graphics for the pools this episode, but our production team will have them starting next week to show you who's in the pool, what points people have. And I'm going to hand it to Percy I. Congratulations on the first victory. But for now, we go to Lauren Quinn. Well, thank you so much to our new backstage interviewer, Lauren Quinn, interviewing the new Lance Radley. He will be having his debut here against none other than Jason North later tonight. But AJ Perez coming to the ring, a very different look from the shaggy-haired, blue pants-wearing lion outfit that we've seen from AJ Perez. Well, wait, what? Wait, what? Wow, ladies and gentlemen. Whoa, what? I am at a loss for words, ladies and gentlemen. So AJ Perez found Angelo Epps and Matt Diva knocked out at the World Wrestling Affliction gym. And he's claiming that he knows who did it, and in quotes said Mr. World Champion. Is he alluding to Trav being the one who attacked the Next Gen members? I mean, if you think about it, it makes sense. He took out Castro, which, I mean, let's talk about that for a second. That amazing 3 stages of hell match at Wrestle Empire, putting the nail in the coffin to the Trav Castro Next Gen Parabellum, whatever you want to call it, feud, put a nail in the coffin to those two. And what happens in the end is Castro is on the shelf indefinitely. We don't know how long Castro will be out for. Trav is our world champion. He's not here this week. He's recouping from his injuries. We have word that he will be medically cleared before our first PLE, but he is not medically cleared until then. But he will be making a statement next week. And AJ Perez is alluding to the fact that Trav was the one that did it. Well, I'm at a loss for words, ladies and gentlemen. That's all I can say. It's only our first episode in the season. So much has already transpired. But for now, we kick off a match in a second pool. This is not the same pool as Percy Iron and the Senshi Iron being informed. We apparently have one match from all 4 pools here tonight. Again, we will have graphics as of next week to tell you exactly who is in what pool and how many points they have and whatnot. So we aren't a bit lost. But for now, we have the newcomer, Tommy Tornado, taking on Chase Samuels of the Church of Anarchy. And Chase Samuels has a whole new look to him. But Tommy Tornado very much taking the early reins in this match. So far, we've seen the rookies just completely run rampant. Here in this company, or in this tournament, I should say. But between Percy Iron and now Tommy Tornado, they've been putting on great shows against our, I guess you could call them veterans of the company being in a season. Though I wouldn't really call Senshi a veteran. Chase Samuels, definitely. I mean, he's been around for 10 plus years at this point. Ever since Alpha Omega Wrestling. So, I mean, he's definitely a veteran of the game. And as we saw Lauren Quinn interviewing the new Lance Radley, he is definitely a rookie, as he said, barely a year into his career, and he's already given a shot in this tournament to earn world title gold. And I mean, he has to go through quite an interesting pool to earn that spot between Jason North, who will be his opponent here tonight, Ramon, who is formerly known as Luther Ramon, just going by Ramon now. I mean, former Alpha Omega World Champion, former Alpha Omega Tag Champion, former World Wrestling Affliction World Champion. Ramon has done it all in the business. Jason North, former TKWF World Tag Team Champion. And Tommy Tornado with the victory over Chase Samuels. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the rookies so far have been dominating this tournament. Between Tommy Tornado and Percy Iron, that is now 2 of the 4 rookies that will be in matches here tonight who have won their respective pool match. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, we have this man right here, Jason North of the Undesirables.
Making his way to the ring from New York, weighing in at 288.
Now you see Undesirables getting a new logo, apparently. And I think I didn't mention it, but I think we saw Bushido and Church of Anarchy also having new logos. But you gotta think, Jason North, heading into this match, both veterans already lost. Can he be the first veteran to win? But wait, where's Lance Radley? Wait, what? Who the hell is that? Who is this man just assaulting Lance Radley? He's got something written on his shirt, but I can't quite make it out. And he's just taking out Lance Radley now. Wait, what? Jason, turn around. Who's that man down the arena? And this other man just assaulting him with a chair. What the hell is going on here? What on earth? Oh, Jesus Christ. Who has arrived? What the? Fear has fallen upon World Wrestling Affliction. What the hell just happened, ladies and gentlemen?
The following contest is scheduled for one.
What? I'm at a loss for words. Like, what did we just witness? We just saw the new rookie who was hyping himself up to make this amazing debut against Jason North just get assaulted backstage. And then Jason North was assaulted by a chair. And then this random old dude said, "We are here. Fear has fallen upon World Wrestling Affliction." What on earth is going on? Now, I'm getting word from Davis Morris backstage that we're getting medical attention for both Lance and Jason North right now. He has decided to declare this match a draw. So both Jason North and Lance Radley will move on in their pool with 1 point. So it does put them at a slight disadvantage, but that being said, if they win the next two matches, they're set. You know, points-wise, mathematically, they're still in it. They can still win. It doesn't make any difference if you had won the first match in your pool or tied it, as long as you didn't lose it. But speaking of the pool, we have Pool 4 here. Well, technically, I believe this is Pool 3. They jumbled up the entrances a bit. But we have this man right here. The not-so-called leader. I don't think Kings of Violence ever actually have a leader. But, Jeremiah Stone, a man who needs no introduction. Former World Wrestling Affliction Light Heavyweight Champion. Former World Wrestling Affliction Intercontinental Champion. Former TKWF Tag Champion. Former TKWF Cruiserweight Champion. He's done it all in this business. But he's going up against the 5-star stud, Ryan Van Sice, who is very much coming in with a 4-year career on the indies. He's very much not a rookie in the game. But he does have to go up against a very esteemed member of Jeremiah Stone. Now, we can't mention Jeremiah Stone without mentioning the whole Parabellum fiasco that happened last season. He joined Trav. They dominated the season up until Last Stand, where they lost all the titles in War Games. This man right here, Jeremiah Stone, kicked out of Parabellum, came back the next PLE, took the Intercontinental title away from Andre Salas, holding it up until Legacy, where he dropped the title in the Elimination Chamber match. Unfortunately, got injured, could not wrestle at Wrestle Empire, but he did manage. Oh my god, a vertebraker from Jeremiah Stone. Goes for the cover now. 1. Kick out at 1 after a vertebraker? Wow, Ryan Van Sice is a strong SOB. Let's just put it like that. But yeah, he was injured, but he formed with his former Millionaire Club and Parabellum tag team members of Matoda Lee and Diego Natoli, turning a new leaf, becoming baby faces in the process, getting the fans very much behind them, and became the Kings of Violence. You know, they said the Kings of Violence means, look, we may be good guys now, but we're still akin to a bit of violence every now and then. And the Kings of Violence, formerly the Millionaires Club, formerly Parabellum, back together, winning the tag titles from Next Gen at Wrestle Empire. And who's going to be challenging them? Because Next Gen can't cash in a rematch clause if they've been attacked backstage. We don't know how many injuries they suffered. It was a pretty brutal attack from what the the medical staff have told us. And they could be out indefinitely for who knows how long. And right now, Ryan Van Cise showing why they call him the 5-star stud. 1, 2, kick out at 2 from Jeremiah Stone. After the all-in, which is his finisher right there. Oh, nice counter from Jeremiah Stone. And Stone getting fired up now, calling Van Cise to his feet. And here we go. The nice back and forth between these two. This match started with a handshake. And these two obviously have a lot of respect for each other. Jeremiah Stone obviously hearing about the 5-star stud from the Indies. And I mean, you have to respect Jeremiah Stone, even if you didn't like what he did. He's had a very long career. And here we go, the flurry of punches from both of them. And Jeremiah Stone. Oh, big pedigree. Goes to the cover. Could this be it? 1, 2. Kick out at 2. Van Cise is in this. He's back to his feet. But the Rolling Stone. Jeremiah Stone catches him with the Rolling Stone. Goes to the cover. 1, 2. No! Van Cise is still in this. Stone can't believe it. The fans really getting behind this match now. And there you see Jeremiah Stone catching out. Big power slam. Goes to the cover. 1, 2, 3. Jeremiah Stone does it. He earns himself 2 points in his pool and beats Ryan Van Cise in his opening match here in the company. But that was one hell of a match. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. We will see you in the next episode of World Wrestling Affliction next Sunday, 3 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time.